and basically whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews. Reviews from a regular dude here in my car with another spooky video. Today it's from Slapped Ham. It's called Here's the Real Reason This Creepy Footage is Going Viral. So let's check it out and see if it really is creepy.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. If you want the spookiest clips of the week, then you've found the right place. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for more seriously creepy content. Just like this.
Okay, I usually do not, or I never have believed in like haunted stuff, okay?
Our first segment comes from a chilling series of videos uploaded to TikTok by user Trent Williams in mid-2024. The story begins when Trent stays in an old Airbnb, which happens to house an antique piano with a heartbreaking backstory. The owner keeps an urn with his daughter's ashes on top.
It's an old house. It's on a beautiful lake though. But I did find out the guy who owns the place, daughter died in a car wreck and her ashes are on the piano. That's the piano and it plays at night and it freaks me out. I have chill bumps just being in this room.
Why would he have it there?
Later that
in
night,
an
Trent films
Airbnb? Why doesn't he have it with him?
Eerie sounds.
Or does he just live there and just leaves when people come? I still would take a whiff.
There's nobody in there. I know you heard it. Man, you heard that? No. Dude, I'm not kidding. All that.
But it's the third video that offers the most startling piece of evidence.
It keeps playing, I swear. It's this piano, I swear to God it is.
Maybe a rodent?
Watching that again, you can clearly see one of the piano keys pressed down.
Dude, no.
The footage immediately exploded online, racking up millions of views and igniting heated debates.
It's a rodent.
Many viewers believe this was authentic paranormal activity, especially given Trent's visibly genuine reactions. Comments flooded in, speculating that the daughter's spirit was attempting one final melody. Skeptics quickly offered explanations, suggesting the key could have been pulled by fishing line or manipulated remotely. Yet believers countered these theories, noting the key was fully depressed downward, making hidden strings or simple tricks unlikely. Others questioned whether the Airbnb owner had staged the incident to gain notoriety for his rental property. But exploiting the story of his daughter's ashes seemed extreme,
I don't think he'd do that.
casting doubt on this theory. Interestingly, locals commented that the Airbnb was already known in town for unsettling occurrences, hinting Trent wasn't the first guest to experience such phenomena. Though the debate remains open, the paranormal pianist story has secured a place in internet lore.
It's this piano, I swear to God it is.
I think it was a mouse or something like that, but who knows? I think if I had my daughter's ashes, when someone was going to stay in the Airbnb, I'd move them somewhere else.
This next eerie set of photographs comes from the historic Whaley House in San Diego, California, often called America's most haunted house. Reddit user Lola8454 caused quite a stir on the paranormal subreddit after posting two intriguing photos taken in an upstairs room of this notoriously haunted home. The first image clearly shows what appears to be a faint, ghostly figure reflected in the window.
Okay. If he wouldn't have mentioned it, I would have never seen it.
Shockingly, a second photograph snapped just moments later shows the window entirely clear. The eerie reflection vanished without a trace.
Maybe it's the person holding the camera.
Lola8454 shared their confusion online, wondering if the face could simply be a reflection of a photo in the room. Yet the fact that the figure disappears in the second shot leaves the mystery wide open and genuinely unsettling. But here's where things take an even stranger turn. This isn't the only reported sighting of this particular face in the Whaley house window. Another visitor, Catherine M., shared her own photo from the very same room, capturing a remarkably similar apparition staring back at her. Then there's a third eerie snapshot taken by Maureen DeVille.
That one's
again featuring
that one's
hauntingly
really
familiar elderly face
really
reflected
out
in
there.
the
You can really
glass.
see that.
Viewers online have understandably found these captures deeply chilling. Some skeptics have pointed out the similarity across these separate images, suggesting perhaps there's a doll or portrait on
That
a nearby
one's
wall being
crazy.
reflected consistently in visitors' photographs. But this rational explanation quickly hits a snag. Recall Lola's second photo. The figure clearly disappears.
Mm-hmm.
If it were merely a stationary reflection from inside the room, how could it vanish in just seconds? When you delve into the lore of the Whaley
could be the
house,
lighting,
these
I would
strange
think.
sightings gain even greater significance. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley atop grounds once used for executions, including the hanging of the infamous thief Yankee Jim Robinson, it's long been considered a hotbed of paranormal phenomena. Thomas Whaley himself claimed to hear Yankee Jim's ghostly footsteps pacing the halls. Later tragedies further darkened
does he
the
know
home's
who it
history.
is?
Whaley's daughter Violet tragically ended her life on the property, and young Thomas Jr. passed away from illness. Over decades, visitors have reported seeing apparitions of the Whaleys themselves, phantom children playing, and countless unexplained occurrences, from chilling cold spots to eerie scents and inexplicable noises. The Whaley house remains a staple on paranormal tours and TV investigations alike, and these photographs, particularly that persistent reflection, offer yet another compelling reason to wonder. Is there truly a spirit trapped behind that upstairs window, or is it all just an elaborate illusion? The mystery endures, haunting visitors.
I think
and
it could
viewers
be.
alike.
That's a really popular place, so I really think there could be something to that.
So I have to follow every fucking law, but that fucking faggot can leave the fucking scene without a turn signal? Give him a ticket!
This next piece of footage might just be the most intense roadside meltdown you'll ever see.
Why the fuck doesn't he get a ticket?
Ma'am, I can help you
Looks
talk
like
to
there's
someone.
kids in the back.
Didn't use his turn signal!
Ma'am, can I please call you an ambulance?
Uploaded by the YouTube channel CopCam Max, the clip shows a routine traffic stop in Bruce Township, Michigan that quickly escalates into absolute chaos.
I wish I was a cop so I could shoot all of you! The fuck up! And get a pat on the back for it!
She's unstable as hell.
At first, everything seems fairly standard. A police officer pulls over a middle-aged woman for speeding, politely explains the citation, and hands her a ticket. But rather than accept her fate, this woman erupts into a staggering 15-minute tirade, angrily demanding that the officer himself be ticketed instead, claiming he'd entrapped or unfairly targeted her.
Well, this isn't nothing to do with ghosts or anything like that, but pretty interesting. Sounds like they know she's nuts.
Oh, no, I can call 911 if it's a fucking emergency! Do you know what the fuck that means?
As her voice grows louder and more furious, the officer maintains an almost superhuman patience, calmly repeating the reasons for the citation, but this only fuels her outrage further.
You're fucking shit-faced pig! Won't leave me the fuck alone!
She demands to speak to a supervisor, and that's when things escalate even more dramatically.
Okay, well, here's what's gonna happen then. All right, we'll write to the citation, and then you can take it. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, I understand that you might not feel that's right.
No, you don't! You wanna fucking die? Get the fuck away from me! Get away
Boy,
from
that's
me!
really dumb thing to say.
Get the fuck away from me!
She just
On the
threatened
arrival
him.
of the supervising sergeant, the woman, incredibly, decides to follow his patrol car in her own vehicle, aggressively tailgating and ranting wildly on the phone, all captured clearly by the officer's body cam footage.
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a third thing. Don't give him a ticket.
Do you need to go to the...
Why the fuck do I get a ticket? He can do whatever he wants.
Okay. Where are you going?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I would drag her ass out of there now. I'd be done with it.
It's not.
Yeah, I'd be absolutely done with it.
I am getting harassed. People are breaking the law.
It's on the line again.
When they finally stop, officers move to arrest her for reckless driving and failure to comply. This sends her rage spiraling completely out of control.
Well, she's saving him a lot of trouble. She's walking right in there for him. Gonna be broken more.
The footage quickly went viral, sparking astonished reactions across YouTube, Reddit, and mainstream social media.
No, you're gonna repo my fucking car!
No.
I want my car! You fucking fuck! Give me my car! Give me my car!
Art.
You're gonna fucking repo it!
No, I'm not.
Ultimately, this maximum rage incident serves as both jaw-dropping entertainment and a serious cautionary tale. If you're ever tempted to lose your cool at a traffic stop, just remember this woman's meltdown and the severe consequences she faced.
There's something
A stark
more
reminder
wrong
of
with her,
exactly how
though.
not to behave when pulled over.
I wish I was a cop so I could shoot all of you! The fuck
Right there is a
and get
terroristic
pat
threat.
on the back for it! You stupid!
Wow. I don't know
quick
what
and
to say
strange
on
one.
that.
Not much is known about this clip, but it was apparently
Got
filmed
a
inside a
combination
haunted house attraction
ghost
somewhere in
video,
Asia.
body cam video.
As a couple nervously navigates the maze-like corridors of the spooky attraction, one of the actors decides to take things to an entirely new level. What's truly unsettling is the unnatural way her spine contorts upon impact, twisting into a position that looks genuinely painful and almost inhuman.
Ow.
For that split second, the terrified couple must have seriously questioned whether the house really was haunted, or if they'd witnessed something far more sinister than a simple scare tactic. Instagram page curious.chills recently shared an eerie photo sent in by one of their viewers, Samuel,
Top left.
and it's left their followers completely baffled. Samuel explains, "I took this photo in 2015 and there should be 4 of us in it. If you spot the 5th person, please zoom in and let me know if you can see their face." The mysterious extra person appears shadowy, slightly blurred, and distinctly out of place. To this day, Samuel and his friends have no explanation for this mysterious extra figure caught lurking silently behind them.
That could definitely be something. That could be like a grandmother or something. It looked like a female for sure.
This unsettling clip was uploaded
Saw this
by
one just a
Doorbell
while back.
Mania
This
and
is
quickly gained attention
creepy.
online for capturing a frightening close call. In the video,
Yeah.
we see a mother and her young child casually walking up the porch steps, completely unaware they're being followed. Unbeknownst to the woman, the intruder appears to have been stalking her, trailing her all the way back to her home.
He looks intoxicated or something. She looks oblivious, though. She's not even paying attention.
Thankfully, before he can get too close, the situation takes a fortunate turn. A neighbor working in a nearby yard notices the strange man and begins to watch carefully. Realizing he's been spotted, the stalker quickly turns and retreats, disappearing from view. The footage left viewers shaken, highlighting the chilling ease with which such an encounter can occur. Many commenters praised the neighbour's presence of mind, noting that his mere proximity likely prevented a much darker outcome. It's a sobering reminder of how easily danger can appear, sometimes just steps.
I would have said
door.
something to the guy. I wouldn't have just crouched down like that. I would have yelled, hey, or something.
On the night of December 23, 2024, something strange appeared high above the Bahamas, leaving a flight crew shaken and authorities scratching their heads. Cassandra Martin, a flight attendant aboard a private Gulfstream jet operated by charter company Surge, recounted the baffling experience along with the pilots aboard her flight back to Fort Lauderdale.
I think we were astonished, and it was something that you really can't explain, but I don't have the qualifications to know what that is.
Mid-flight, around 45,000 feet, the crew received an unexpected call from air traffic control, asking them to visually identify an unknown object in their vicinity.
When all of a sudden I heard traffic control say, "We have a foreign object, can you please identify?" I looked to the left and pilot saw 3 objects, I only saw 1, and I grabbed my phone and I just pressed it to the window.
Peering out into the darkness, Martin and the 2 pilots quickly noticed mysterious glowing orbs maneuvering at altitudes far exceeding their own.
And it stayed with us for about 45 minutes, and then we didn't see it again. And we were about 45,000 feet, and it was way above us.
For approximately 45 minutes, this luminous orb tracked the jet, pacing it effortlessly at an altitude even higher than the cruising Gulfstream. Martin emphasized, "At our altitude, around 43 to 45,000 feet, there's no way it was a drone or a weather balloon. It was way above us, and it moved in ways I've never seen."
Was it a little bit eerie? Yes, because again, we were pretty high up, and whatever we saw was even higher than us, and it had the capability just to zigzag and change color. So that was
maybe it's the Starship Enterprise or something.
Ultimately, after nearly an hour of unsettling aerial acrobatics, the orb abruptly vanished without leaving any clues behind. The incident quickly caught media attention, generating local headlines in Florida before sparking nationwide intrigue. Aviation experts have largely ruled out typical explanations such as drones, weather balloons, satellites, or meteors, especially given the prolonged sighting and the object's erratic movement. Officials from the FAA and military have thus far failed to identify the object or its origin.
I think it's extraterrestrial.
Online, UFO enthusiasts hailed the sighting as one of the clearest recent UAP encounters, citing the credibility of trained aviation professionals as witnesses and air traffic control corroboration. Skeptics, while acknowledging the unusual nature of the incident, caution that camera artifacts or reflections can't be completely discounted without raw video footage being made public. Martin, however, remains certain about what she saw, calling the experience both astonishing and daunting. "We were pretty high up, and whatever we saw was even higher. It was incredible and genuinely eerie." As authorities continue to investigate, this Christmas season encounter joins the ranks of compelling aerial mysteries that remind us how much we still don't know about what may be flying unseen above our skies.
Maybe it's Spock. Live long and prosper.
This quick but eerie capture was recently shared by Instagram account creepy.fact. According to the original poster, a patient at the hospital had repeatedly noticed something peculiar.
Never mind, I spoke too soon. This is a new one.
Corridors. Determined to prove they weren't imagining things, they snapped several quick photos down the empty hallway. At first glance, the image seems ordinary enough, just a quiet hospital corridor with a lone wheelchair sitting off in the distance. But it's the reflection on the shiny tiled floor that gives this scene its chilling twist. There's a shadowy silhouette clearly visible, a figure that appears to be standing directly behind the wheelchair, almost as if pushing it forward. The patient who captured the image described feeling immediate goosebumps during the photo, insisting they had no rational explanation for the figure's presence. There was nobody in the corridor at the time, and certainly no one pushing the wheelchair.
Well, that was kind of cool. I skipped that last one because it just wasn't anything really interesting. and I want to make my videos somewhat interesting. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments down below. Now it's time for a joke. Does every sentence have to include a vegetable? Not necessarily.